arranged this series of webinars on the Pakshagata and Vatavedi, and lot many has been already people are talked. I think I am the most junior of talking in this webinar series, and I especially thank my teachers, Dr. Niranjan Rao and Dr. Rajatni Madam and Dr. Sharma sir and Dr. Sudhir sir. Whatever I am going to give you today is from these people grace and the teaching. I have learned so many things, and if wrong or anything mistakes, it's from my part, not from my teacher's part. With this, we will go into the discussion. Stroke is then a second leading cause of the death worldwide. That is 6.2 million people deaths in 2011, and rapid evaluation is essential for the use of time-sensitive treatments. Here, then stroke and CVA are ictus and an abrupt onset of neurological deficits attributable to a focal vascular causes, lasting longer than 24 hours. The disease of intracranial vessels, but cause is mainly extracranial. This is very important. The disease of intracranial, but the cause is most of the time it is extracranial. And clinical manifestations of the stroke are highly variable because of the complex anatomy of the brain and its vasculature. That's what I want to tell is to know brain itself is in a big headache, and to practice in neurology is in a time tested practice, and the experience is the need of the hour. And hemiplegia is a common manifestation of a stroke. Paralyzed affect face, limb, trunk on the one side of the body. And even though this much of advanced medication has happened, but 85% of the patients land up in a physical disability. This is what till date was achieved in the days. This presentation is prepared in the view of a postgraduate as well as a student how and what to be learned in their school of learning. That is what very important. Ati Vidyasya. Then how Pakshagata has told in our Shastra, Ati Vriddhasya. This is very important. Everywhere in UG classes and everywhere we studied that Vata Vriddhi Lakshana, but beyond that Balayor Vardayet Prokopanaha means the Vata Vriddhi is so severe, it is beyond the expectation, and what possible Vata Prakopa Lakshana, which are explained, maybe beyond that, it will be a transient increase or the leads Vatavadi. Okay, Vatavadi. And Pakshagata is, it may be Ekanga Vikara, and Pakshavada is the condition. This is what it has been told in Charangdara. It's not getting changed. Sorry. Then there are some words, because when I was in undergraduate, there will be a lot of questions to be asked whether this is told in our Shastra or that is told. So before going to this some topic, we will have some words. What is exactly plegia means? Plegia is a complete or a near to complete paralysis. Hemiplegia is paralysis of one half of the body. That is also told in our Shastra, that is Paksham Sharirardham Hanti. Because it may be so many students will get confused with it is Adrangavata, Ekangavata. See, that is not the matter. Even the current medicine is going to be understood by word. The same concept was understood in a 5,000 years back. Whenever my students, I tell you to my students that whenever you read, even my teacher told me, whenever the book was written, our Shastra was written, there was not this much of advancement was taken place. What best was available and the what need was only documented, remaining so many things, because when Charaka was practicing that time, there was the only single stream of medicine was the practice. So many things are known to the people. So that's what we know now. No one, no, you will not get any time to get in WhatsApp how to practice and all. That's why so some important things were documented. The same word, that is Paksham Sharirardham Hanti. The Hanti words itself is telling that this is the hemiplegia or plegia. Then paralysis, weakness or a partial paralysis or hemiparesis, weakness of one half of the body. Yes, yasya kritsam ityadi. They told even this was observed by our acharyas. Akarmanyam Ishat Karmani. Yes, there is Ishat Karmani. Chetanam is Alpa Chetananam. In such words, this has been attributed. It is hemiparasis told in Shastra. And paraplegia is, that is paralysis of both the lower limbs. Paraparesis is the weakness of both limbs. Grihitvat ardham ityadi ekanga lakshanam. Ekanga can be taken any part of the involvement. It is paraplegia is not told in Ayurveda only. Oh, paraparesis is not told. It is the monoplegia is not told. Diplegia is not. No, it is not the matter. It is that ekanga. It is involvement of the anga. It is already established and it is told. It is only thing our thing to attribute to this point of understanding. Then quadriplegia, tetraplegia, that is paralysis of all four limbs and trunk, and monoplegia. These are very important because cross hemiplegia. This is I want to address and give importance for this. Paralysis of ipsilateral cranial nerves with the element presentation. With contralateral hemiplegia, it's 100% that lesion will be at a brainstem, because it is very important to know to students, because these are the patients where they may change their presentation at any point of time. Then there are some. That's why the Charaka has given this Sarvangam, Sarvadehamiti, Sarvadhi. If it is presented Sarvangam, it is called as Sarvang. Yet Akarmanyam Bhavati Tada Tadim Yada Achetanam Bhavam Ta Asun Pranan. If it is, sometimes there is a loss of death, is also outcome is very much fatality is also explained, and the outcome. That's why most of the patients will land up in the fatality is the already established fact in Shastra. Coming to the history, because what we think, taking of history in this case of management is very important. Take and very good in history taking, then your management is going to become very much easy. Date of onset, the specific date and time should be noted, because it is told that the intervention is time tested period, because every time, because there is a lot of ambiguity to when to consider the time of onset, because there are some treatments it should be done within a 3 hours. When the patient awake and went to bed in the night, when he wake up in the morning, he was paralyzed. Then what time has to be taken? Means here very important point, the noting the time, because some treatments are in such a way that the intervention is so as much as early possible. I'll come to the later part of the management. So this is very important. Time and specific date should be, onset of paralysis should be noted. Then how it is a mode of onset? It is in a sudden, a vascular. It is sudden. If it is sudden, then it may be a vascular or infective or traumatic. If it is gradual, demyelinating. If it is gradual, intracranial space occupying lesions. Maybe possibilities. I'm talking about the possibility. You can suspect like this. Then the cerebral embolism develops in seconds. If the patient explains that this has happened with me like this, means, or any. In this case, I will tell you another point. Most of the time, patient is not going to complain. The patient attender or who has observed is going to tell how it has happened. The cerebral embolism is developed in seconds. Cerebral thrombosis develops in a minutes and hours. See, this is very important. Minutes and hours. These all which I documented words directly from a time-tested current modern medicine. It is they are not sure. It is maybe takes in minutes or in minutes on hours. And cerebral hemorrhage is very sudden in onset, which recently a progressive one. And infective will develops in hours and days. And demyelinating disease develops in a days and weeks. It all depends upon the presentation, how patient has explaining his disease entity. If you have this, then you may predict what has been happened, because there is a very short period for intervention, short period for imaging technique, and short period for the line of management to be changed in future coming conditions. Then some precipitating factors. Some precipitating factor. What are the possibility? They may explain like this also. During a sleep or soon after rising from the bed, most of the time, it's not 100%. Most of the time, it is cerebral thrombosis. During exertion activity, it may be a cerebral embolism. You may hear, sir, he was playing a cricket, or he was suddenly there is a loss. My teacher used to tell me, if you are treating any DVT cases or anything, your phone may ring at any time point of time, and you should be knowing that if you know your patient what has happened, then it is well and good. At the highest of emotion may be a cerebral. It's not only emotion, or it may be exertion. The cerebral hemorrhage may be the possibility. During activity, exertion, or emotion, subarachnoid hemorrhages are the possibility. These are all our possibilities which I'm telling. Following fever, this if the patient is presented with the fever, then cerebral abscesses encephalitis and meningitis are the possibilities. You have to think like that. And following convulsions, that is, if the patient is Todd's palsy, cerebral hemorrhage, or thrombosis, means if the patient has presented, because this presentation itself will guide us to know what treatment can be adopted in a patient. Okay. Yes. Next. Then evaluation of the paralysis. How to evaluate? What to be evaluated? This paralysis extends over hours to days. It's stroke in evolution because sometimes diagnosis is called as stroke in evolution. It may take time. Paralysis extends over hours. It is called as stroke in evolution. Paralysis in total or a maximal from the beginning. It's maximum. It's a complete stroke completed within 6 hours. It is called as complete stroke. Because there are some incomplete strokes and stroke in evolution, because which stage of the disease we are treating and what treatment to be adopted. For that I'm giving more stress importance for these words. Increase in stepwise manner and repeated episodes of TIA leading to fully evolved stroke, that is Sterling strokes. Yes, increasing stepwise, it is increasing by stepwise, and repeated episodes of TIA, the ischemic attacks are repeatedly happening, because this word is already told in Shastra. Will come to the later part of the presentation. Progress of the paralysis, improving, stationary or deterioration, completely recovery in case the cerebral embolism. See that improving, stationary or deteriorating, complete recovery indicates cerebral embolism or demyelinating disease. This may be waxing and waning in demyelinating disorders. Okay, coming to the TIA now first, because prevention is better than cure, Ayurveda. So I have taken TIA as a first point of discussion because my topic is Panchakarma and its clinical application. See, first we'll deal with the TIA. TIAs are the episodes of the stroke symptoms that last only briefly. It is the standard definition of duration. You can take the duration what TIA is. It is less than 24 hours, but it will complete in 1 hour. It will last for 1 hour. The recovery takes place. This condition is taken as a TIA. If the brain infarction identified by the brain imaging, even though patient is, if you are made an attempt to have an imaged, then before 1 hour and there is a evident brain infarction is identified, then it is called a stroke, not as an a TIA. Then you have to, your management will be totally changed. Risk of stroke after TIA is 10 to 15 hours in the first 3 months. This is very important. This why I am taking TIA first, because we should treat this condition with efficiently. So I have taken first this point, then will part management will later. Means 10 to 15% chances are there in first 3 months of their life. They'll 100% meet the stroke. So TIA may arise from the emboli to the brain or from insult thrombosis of an intracranial vessel. So this may arise from this also. With TIA, occluded vessel responses that neurological function is restored. Okay, it may be going to get restored. So thrombolysis is contraindicated. That's what I'm telling. Which which stage you are treating. Sometimes if you it is an a TIA, it is recovering. If you do thrombolysis, no use, there may be some other complications. Okay, the cause of TIA are similar to the cause of ischemic strokes. Very important point. Cause of TIA are very much similar to the cause of. So it is not a part. You don't tell that it cannot be taken out of from the stroke. Yes, any TIA may anytime it may convert into a stroke, or you are assumed that it is a stroke, it may convert into a TIA. So give importance and understand what type of presentation, how the recovery is taking place, and what type of presentation patient is exhibiting is the must. See, then I came to the concept of understanding. Yes, TIA, this all Ayurveda is having or not. Ardite Vegitaya na sarvakalam bhavati. Charaka was very much clear and it is totally explained. See, Ardita don't take only facial palsy. He attributed that Ardita, if it is present only in the face, and it can be taken as Aka, if it is present whole body, it's Pakshagata. But the Vega, it is not Sarvakalikam, it is not present continuously. Ardham Angastu Sarvakalam Vyapti. See, they are very much strong intent to have the understanding of the stroke phenomena, which is complete stroke. That is Ardham Angastu Sarvakalam Vyaptam Bhavati. It is present all the time. That's uktam hi swastasya yadyarditenam muhurmuhurveganam. It may be repeatedly, it may come in the future, or it may present on a single day muhurmu attacks. It can be taken interpret like this. The TIA may happen in a single day repeatedly, or it may take some duration to repeat the thing. This means TIA was well established with the Ardhita concept of Charaka, and it should be addressed in the Chikitsa of like this. Coming to the TIA and stroke, some risk factors. We'll discuss what exactly and how it should be. What modern science look for, and what modern science look for, and how they understand, and what we are looking for. There are some risk factors. I told the TIA risk and the stroke risks are all are the same. That is hypertension, atrial fibrillation, diabetic mellitus, smoking, hyperlipidemia, and asymptomatic carotid artery stenosis. Symptomatic carotid artery stenosis with the percentage of 70 to 99% occlusion stenosis, or symptomatic carotid stenosis of 50 to 69%. They are very important. When you go for an ultrasound of a carotid artery Doppler and you got a report on how to manage is very important, because application of technology in the clinical practice and development of the clinical safety in Pancha Ayurveda is a need of the hour. So that with keeping in this mind, myself some things I am using the technologies in the practice to make myself safety, even for the patient safety is very important. Okay, so I have taken Nidana, Ruksha, Sita, Amla, so many times it is told. It is all about the lifestyle of the patient which is going to influence. It is all about the lifestyle of the patient which is going to change the condition. Then Vishamadupajara, some diseases which are not treated properly. You can take diabetes, DVT, so many things. I'm not telling that this is Vishamadupajara. Then already from Chinta, Krodha, Bhayo, these are also as told. Because if you are having more worried, and there is a stress factor is attributing for the TIA. Simple, if it is a patient known case of atrial fibrillation, 100% there may be the formation of a clot and the patient may go into the stroke phenomena. Means that is Vishamat Upachare. Because our treatment, sometimes our treatment may, otherwise the some patients is taking for infertility, they are bounded with a lot of hormones and the patient may develop from every point of view. Only Panchakarma we are treating, that may not be. Ishumat Veg. Then Vega Sandharana. This is the newest concept. Now since modern medicine are accepting that Vega Sandharana, say yes, it is Vega Sandharanam is very important, and it is going to be established in forthcoming days of the conditions where simple constipation, Udavarta will induce Hrudroga, this so many things. So very important. Then Kurodadi already and Swapna Viparya, simple loss of sleep. So many people you ask, since 4 days, 3 days I'm not sleeping, and the patient suddenly met with a stroke. This what you are hearing. When you document, they'll attribute to the, it may be hypertension or it may be anything. Then Marma Abhighato, there may be any Marma Abhighata, it has happened. It may be a road traffic accident or any war. Earlier days in the war field, they have a head injuries and so many things. This may be happened. Beyond this, also I want to tell that some Vatarakta to be taken as an Nidana, where it is Meda Savrata Kapha Lakshanas and Rakta Vrata Lakshana has to be considered under the risk factor of a stroke phenomena. Looking into this Nidana, the Ardita, that's why Charaka has told first Ardita Lakshana, then Pakshagata Lakshana. I think there is no much of difference, but there is a much of difference. I'll come to the later now. Come to the Ardite Navanam Murnitailam Tarpanamevacha Nadi Svedopanash Svedanam Svedan Sneha Sayuktam Pakshagate Birech. See, this treatment can be adopted in this TIA conditions, if because if the recovery is happened, then the treatment can be adopted. If recovery is delayed, then it will go into the stroke management. That's why I'm not dealing the any emergency management right now. As a recovered patient, and he has may going to meet you. What modern science do? They antiplatelet agents like ecosprin, clobetasol, and anticoagulation therapy. They do lifestyle modification addressing the risk factors. Yes, addressing the risk factors. Here even Charaka has addressed the same thing, that is Ardite Navanam. We will go with an Navanana if it is not. If it is Dhatu Kshayajanyam, Kevalavata Janyam, and it is Avarana Janyam, you have to identify the cause from the point of Ayurveda. Then you will deal the cause with respect to Navananasa, which type of which style to be taken, how to be addressed. Then Murni Thailam. Yes, adaptation of Murni Thaila has done a choice of treatment. Murni Thaila there are four Murni Thaila, I explain. Sir, how to apply here? He is very intelligent and he has given information. Murni Thaila. He has given choice, has given to the physician. You can choose it. Maybe Shiro Abhyanga Seka, Pichu Bastyaha. Yes, it is our choice. When Kafaja Samprapti and Santarpanotta identification, it may be a best choice, Siro Abhyanga, or some they have been taken. To be frank, Siro Seka can be a best choice in Pittaja conditions where Brahma Murcha, repeated Brahma and giddiness the patient is exhibiting, then go for an Nilasekam. If it is Pichu, if it's Kevala Vatajana and Dhatu Kshejana, means long standing on. If you take a patient of smoking repeatedly, carotid atheromas, and Shirobasti, see, I am not telling that Shirobasti will open the, it may prevent the further vascular bed to repair. It may be Shiropichu or Shirobasti can be the choice. Even we have treated organophosphorus, OP poisoning induced hemiplegias, we are treated with the Shirobasti, which was, there was very good improvement. Why I am telling? Because avarana indirectly or long standing avarana once again leading to the dhatuksha is the concept, so where the vata and snehana to be added. Depending upon the need of the deficit or anything remnant, then nadi sweda upanaha, if it is maybe then Svedanam Sneha Sayuktam Pakshagatiti Virachanam. Yes, I will tell you now. If there is one percentage is given, if it is the internal carotid artery or Staulya or Madhumeha is there, you can try. There may be a choice of lifestyle modification with a Shodhana treatment. It may be Pakshagata, maybe Virachana has to be taken as a choice of a treatment. If he is having a smoking history and there is a, see, whenever you treat any disease, the comorbidity of the presence of the disease has to be addressed. That's why I am addressing the respect. If the patient is known case of TAO with a smoking history, and you can adapt the Vatarakta line of management as a treatment here. If it is repeated Ksharabasti or Manjushadi Ksharabasti, then a choice. I'll deal to the later part of the Basti when we are dealing. Means addressing TIA as a presenting and Ardite now is a 100% good concept and adopted, and we are treating the conditions. Even in my 7 years of experience, so many conditions are treated. This condition. Instead of here also you can give some oral medications like to prevent, you can use some Rashavshidi Kangavira Rasa or Samira Pannagar. So sorry to talk about the oral medicine, but I'm happy to talk oral medicine because most of the time oral medicine will make the magics. With the support of Panchakarma and oral medicine combination, will make the change the patient's life disabilities. Okay, this may be the choice. So this is how we are adapting. It may be a Santarpanota, Vata Vyadhi, that's that I'll tell. If you tell that, sir, there is a stenosis has happened at the internal carotid artery, that's why in Charaka and Vatarakta, he tells Kupite Marga Samrodhanat, Kapasya Va Medova. It may happen at any time. I think in Charaka it is Shloka number 156. This is Kupite Marga Samrodhanat. There is a Marga Varana is by the Kapha and Medas. Then what is the treatment? Vyayama. He told Pulse, Vyayama is a treatment. Even though Charaka knowing so many of treatments, you don't want to continue with a treatment first. You have to change the lifestyle of the patient. Vyayama. Go Mutra Aristapana, Tabaya Takra Prayogascha, Kshapanayat Kafamedasam. Means you have to adapt this treatment also in this condition of Stavulya or Santarpanavata. If it is Apatarpanavata, Vata Pradhana, you can go for Snehadi Chikitsa. If it is Pitta Pradhana, Rakta Varata Janya, Vata Rakta Chikitsa can be adapted as a Panchakarma treatment. It is only a non-episodic and the safety of the patient. If the patient is having a 99% occlusion, the choice is first you have to go for an oral medication, then the patient made to fit, then go for an Shodhana. That is what my concern. Okay. Next. Coming to the acute stroke now. Yes, everybody worried that the emergency in Ayurveda and very difficult to understand. So this acute stroke can be of because of three reasons. One is ischemia, hemorrhagic, and acute brain swelling. Ischemia is maybe because of the thrombosis, atheroma, or arteritis. Very important. This arteritis is very important, and connective tissue disorders to be ruled out. Glandular arteritis to be ruled out. Myomyia disease in pediatric age. I have seen so many cases in my practice. These are the and emboli and hemorrhagic origin, that is maybe intracranial and extracranial. It is must to know, and because here the intervention is little bit going to change. Then acute brain swelling, it is maybe a hypertensive encephalopathy leading to the some this or intracranial tumors or any inflammatory that post-infective encephalitis condition can be taken under the consideration of infective origin. I'll give more importance on the ischemia and the hemorrhagic management because the infective management will go into the some questionable panchakarma adaptation. So we'll discuss it. Coming to the acute ischemic strokes, this the acute occlusion of an intracranial vessel causes reduction in blood flow to the brain going its supply. Where it is going to supply? It is going to reduction. There is the occluded because there is a cessation of the blood.
Hello, sir. Your voice is breaking, sir.
It's breaking. Now, you see, is it okay? Hello? Is it okay, madam? Hello? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
No, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for the interpretation.
Yes, sir. It's okay, sir. It's okay, sir.
This occlusion.
Hello, sir. It's okay, sir.
It has happened. Occlusion has happened. Then how to assess the case here? The magnitude of the flow reduction is a function of an collateral flow. This is the magnitude. How much magnitude of the flow is reduction is a function of an collateral flow, and this depends on the individual vascular anatomy. That's what I'm telling. It is all about an individual. Every patient is not same. My teacher used to tell, don't copy anything from my prescription. You learn the siddhanta or concepts. Why? Because you may fail at 11th patient. So it is. See, it is. I have taken any sentence. It is one of the. I have taken every sentence from a Bible of internal medicine. Okay, not a single word is from my pocket or any other books. Okay, it depends upon the individual vascularity, individual vascular anatomy with respect to which may be altered by the disease because he may be having some underlying disease. We don't know because before that we did any not imaging. Imaging was not done. The site of occlusion and the systemic blood pressure is the going to tell you what type of deterioration or the presentation the patient is going to have. Then how to count this? The decrease in cerebral flow. See, this is very important and every student should know this. The decrease in cerebral flow to a zero, there is 100%, that is called 100% decapitalization is very important. Some people you talk, sir, he was there and suddenly he was no more. Yes, why? This is a cessation that the 100% there will be death. That's why Charka told there is a maranamiti. So of the brain tissue within, if it is 100%, the death will be death of the brain tissue within the 4 to 10 minutes. You have only 4 to 10 minutes time to revert this. Then only, or it may be taken some references and the same edition book. If you read the older, they have taken it 15 minutes. Okay, international standard journals also tell that 15 minutes. So you can have a time only for to revert this re-establishment of the circulation. Very important. Then how much reversion to be taken, how much time, how much blood you need. That's why maintenance acute manage. That's why till date there is development of general medicine as there. Then now there is a clinical super specialty in modern medicine. It is called as DM critical care. This all things should be, these people will address. Why this establishment means he'll take such a decision so that what made immediately to be made to revert this conscious. If you treat it and the patient within a second, he'll be fine. So getting a patient 4 to 15 minutes to the hospital is a challenge, or it has been happened in hospital, yeah, in ICUs, because these all documents we are documented from the ICU, which are patients are met with a stroke, long sleeping condition induced 100% decapitalization conditions may be taken. You go to the studies. The values less than 16 to 18 ml per 100 grams. Just they are thinking like if you are having 100 gram of tissue of brain, you need 16 to 18 ml. 18 ml tissue per minute causes the infarction. See that this much is that infarction with an hour. This will take, this time is going to take in with hour, there will be infarction. And the values less than 20 ml per 100 gram tissue, the minimum ischemia will take place without any infarction and unless prolonged for several hours. That's, you see, just increase of 4 to 2 ml to 100 gram has made the prolongation of the life threatening condition to hours to days. Means your intervention is so precious and so time tested, you have to intervene. So most of the time Ayurveda people may, nowadays we are getting it, but In older days, these chances are not came to us. Why? Because they go to all the hospital and they lastly they came to us. This is very important. How a modern medicine is thinking means simple 4 to 2 ml increase in the flow means your the smallest attempt of IV RT-PCR. You know that if you go through the IV RT-PCR clinical trials, even Americans are not accepted this. Why? Because only 12% is the outcome. Means even though they practice with an efficiently and with zeal. So even I tell my teacher is my teacher has given me this courage that with the confidence they used to attend these cases and they used to treat. That's why I'm telling even Ayurvedic students should get this confidence to treat this condition. See, with the 12% clinical outcome, they are practicing in such a way. So we are also having some good treatment modalities. So you can also address some good conditions. Only thing that it may be 100% decapitation or this is, will have evaluation of stage of the stroke is a choice for the learning students. You should learn this. You have to develop your own clinical safeties and understandings. Then only it will come. Otherwise, it is also difficult. Okay. And then continuation. Ischemic penumbra is defined as then a ischemic but reversible dysfunction. This is what the area of interest of learning. This is what the area of interest of learning. This tissue is there are some. That's why in Charaka Vimana it is told that Indriya Upagatam, Indriya Upatapam. Indriya Abhigata is happened. It is an irreversible change. Indriya Upatapa, this I'm not telling to totally this penumbra to be taken as it's an Upatapa. There is a penumbra where it is intervention is going to make a reversible change, a dysfunction tissue surrounding a core area of the infection. This is what the target of the treatment in the first 3 hours or first some few days. How best you can treat, that best the patient will get improved. This is what the understanding. The ischemic penumbra will be eventually progresses to infarct if no change in the flow. That's why if you are not corrected the blood flow, 100% it will convert into a ischemic scar or a core infarct scar. Okay, and hence saving the ischemic penumbra is the goal of the revascularization therapy. That's why here the goal is very important. Even Ayurveda is having a goal, it's same as the modern medicine is having. I will not tell that the goal what Ayurveda is having, they are developed with this phenomena only how best and an emergency intervention has to be done. Okay, the focal cerebral infarction occurs via two distinct. You should know how this is going to happen. Why I'm telling this point to learn today, because there is one is necrotic pathway that cell death will be immediate and instant, where that's the core area part. That apoptotic pathway, the cell death occurs with the days to weeks. This is what area of your treatment will decide whether you will make that tissue to die or revert it because of less degree of ischemic penumbra. So this program cell death to be addressed. It should not be programmed because of the pressure created by the edema created in the brain tissue will give a feedback to that particular cells for an programmation. That's why very important. This apoptosis can be adapted. Even age related apoptosis will happen as an um, disease related apoptosis may happen at the penumbra area. That is the area where you have to address with an emergency. The fever dramatically worsen the brain injury. This I see. This opinion is from the one of the best book, which same book I'm copied. Fever dramatically worsen the brain injury during the ischemia, as does hyperglycemia more than 200. See, you maintain comorbid disease also under the control. That is what the need per ml. So it is reasonable to suppress the fever and prevent the hyperglycemia. It is reasonable to suppress the fever and regularize the even hypoglycemia is very much dangerous as much as possible. Means this should be addressed. See, this has been discussed. They have discussed under the category of emergency management. The last line is very important. The value of induced mild hypothermia. See, this point is very important, and from the point of Ayurveda, we'll come to the later part of this. The value of induced mild hypothermia to improve stroke outcome is a subject of continuing the clinical research. Means to maintain hypothermia is has been told in the modern medicine, and you have to do it. That is going to get improve the outcome of the stroke is one of the choice. So this is the research area. They are thinking how it is going to happen. Okay. Yes. And say syndromes of the cerebral ischemia. See, this is are the assessment that is age more than 60 years. BP is systolic is more than 140 and diastolic is more than 190. You have to score it. Then clinical symptoms like unilateral weakness, speech disturbed, or no weakness. The score should be given. Duration of the symptoms less than 60 minutes, 10 to 59 minutes is the scoring. And diabetes, oral medication is there or not. ABCD square is the score moderate to higher stroke risk and in the need of the hospital. When which patient to be hospitalized, how they grade it and how they understand it. If it is more than 4 score, then the patient should be hospitalized. Okay, and there is a need. This is you have to address which case. That's why you go to the Siddhisthanam when the Panchakarma adaptation has scaled. You studied examination in the Vimanasthana, Nidanasthana, so many Dashavida Pariksha. Once again, he came to Siddhisthan. He has told in Bisti chapter, Samiksha Desha, Oshada Dosha. Whenever there is an intervention, re-examination, what type of patient, which age of the patient, which bala of the patient, that is what is reassessment, and you have to reassess whether it is addressed by hospitalized. This is what the penumbra area, which you are understood on, and already you have seen lot of pictures in the previous presentations. Then stage of onset, stage of if the responsible cerebral lesion is acute and the paralysis is flaccid. See that there is a presentation. If the responsible cerebral lesion is acute, the paralysis is flaccid. Complete hemiplegia, the arm is affected more than the leg. See that this is very important. Why I am quoting point wise point, and how our Ayurvedic shloka goes. This is what I would. Complete hemiplegia with arm is affected more than the leg, and the digital movement suffers more than the proximal one. There is a digital movement. The lower face is more affected than the upper face. The transient conjugate deviation of the head and eye towards the unparalyzed side for a few days. The the trunk muscles are weakened on the affected side, but the ocular muscles and those of mastication escape as they have dual innervation from both the hemispheres. This is the presentation how it may taken place. See, they are not separated from Ardita presentation and acute stage of Siromarma, Bigata, and Marma Chikitsa. This will happen the same, but only we are addressing with which is first to be addressed. See, yada dosho, this is the tasminevo sankoche mukha jivva karoti. Sorry, bahupadam chanuhu. See, this is what upper limb, then padam januhu, that vakri karati. See, every sequence of symptoms were documented in a sequence is very important. I'm not telling that everything is same. Why? Because nowadays you go through the every edition of an internal medicine book, they have different approach. Every edition has a different approach for the understanding the stroke. But what happened? We have the documentation and the sequence of the presentation of the patients same. Even tato vakram vrajayati bhojanam vakrani. This is stabdam netram katanam stabdam netram khatataha shavatushcha nigraha hai. Shavatushcha Nigraha. Sorry. Shavatushcha Nigraha. Dinejuva. This everything, every involvement of tongue. How a stepwise onset will take place. The say stepwise involvement of the. See, that's why everything in my teacher is to tell me that whatever is quoted in sequence, it should be understood in a sequence. Sometimes my Sharma, if it is mantravat means it is mantra. It is the gold standard. Don't change. Every year edition of book may change, but here you have to understand like this. Then how to understand it? How to go for an chikitsa here. Here, muhurakshiptam. This is a neurological deficit, and here in right side, I'm quoting the with the presentation. I'm telling there the conscious state of consciousness, everything. Muhurakshiptam krudyo gatra kshepanam. There may be a patient may be present with the akshepaka, kriya sadhanam sarvam, da santapa murcha. There may be a patient may present with an unconscious stage, murcha, and Shaita Shofa Gurutvani, there may be a numbness and heaviness of the part of the body if it is Kafaja dominant. Tat Pragayavam Snya Bhaktam Swinnasya Serira Shira. Sorry, that is the management. These are the presentations. Means if it may be the same neurological deficit, if it is presented with akshepaka, there may be convulsions or seizures may present because the significance of the lesion is going to decide whether there is a presence of the akshepaka or the seizures or not. That is also told in our shastra. Then some patients may have mada murcha sannyasa. It may be presentation with pitta pradhana vyadis. So I have taken only pitta pradhana here in the ischemic strokes, and also it may be going to happen in the hemorrhagic. Hemorrhagic to be addressed separately. So I have taken it explaining later part of the presentation. So if it is mada murcha sannyasa, or patient is having murcha presentation of unconsciousness, here the intention is to intervene as first, not the neurological deficit, to revert his consciousness is a choice of the treatment. Even it is told in our shastra, we are ready to adapt it. See, so many things people, don't want to tell as an student because I have seen how a best practice can be done this in a clinical setting. It is practicing in a private sector, is an institutional practice that helped me to learn this. To be frank, I'm open it, and because of the institutional where I learned and where I'm practicing has helped me to practice this within a support of advanced life support things, and great my teachers support. I have able to practice this. Okay, sorry. Okay, next, yes, what is the treatment of the acute ischemic strokes? The first goal is to prevent and reverse the brain injury. Yes, there are goal. Then correction of the ABCs, airway, breathing, and circulation, and treatment of hypo and hyperglycemia. Sorry for the interpretation. Correction of the ABCs, treatment of hypo and hyperglycemia is identified. Perform an emergency non-contrast head CT scan to differentiate between the ischemic stroke and hemorrhagic, because till date in the same medicine book it has written there is no clinical symptoms can differentiate, but it can be assumed. Okay, then what exactly told in medical support, you can correct the IV thrombolysis within 3 hours of life. That's what I'm telling. The time when to take, when the patient awake and when to bed in the night to sleep when in the morning. That time 10 hours of time. Whether we have to go for an IV RTPR or not, I don't know. This is what the question of time to take. First 3 hours of attack, endovascular revascularization, then antithrombotic treatment, neuroprotection, RT feed, and correction of electrolyte imbalance is the choice of treatment, and even the self-catheterization is the must. Stroke centers and rehabilitation is the later part of the management. This is the goals. This is the goals of the current medicine system, how they are looking towards the emergency management of a stroke. There is two notes I want to take. Attention for the complication like DVT, pulmonary embolism, seizures, electrolytes imbalance, and aspiration pneumonia. They are the concurrent finding may manifest during the treatment to be addressed. Very important. That's why in last slides I told it may be akshepakavat, it may be murchavat. So very important. DVT, yes, very important. Why we go for a treatment? We will come to the later. Because of the collateral. Another point I want to drag your attention that because of collateral blood flow within the ischemic brain may be blood pressure dependent. There is a controversy about whether blood pressure should be lowered acutely or not. Means reducing blood pressure. So many people will give importance, but yes, even till today, this much developed modern science, they are not able to tell whether it should be reduced. That's why the map has came. Mean arterial pressure has to be maintained with 70 to 100 mm of Hg. If it is acute stroke, you have to maintain in a 65 is the well choice of the drug. How to calculate everything is already known factor. Means till date there is a controversy whether you have to reduce the blood pressure or not. Or there is another opinion that 10 to 5 to 10% of the patient will develop enough cerebral edema to cause the obliteration or brain herniation. This is very important. 10 to 15 cases. See, I am not telling. Till without license, you can drive anytime. When the police come and caught, that time you will have importance. If you have a loss of one patient in this category, you will feel very bad when you are. That's why very important. Assessment is very important. 5 to 10% of the patient develop enough cerebral edema to cause the obliteration or a brain herniation. Edema peaks on the second on third day. Very important, very important. You observe till that point intervention is very important, but can cause mass effect for an approximately 10 days. Yes, this is very important. You have to mass affecting if is there, then it will be lasting for 10 days. Means intervention should be 10 when and the observation is to be done for the 10 days. The large the infract area, greater the likelihood that clinically significant edema will develop. Clinical significant edema. In such cases, craniotomy or hemicraniotomy is the choice. It may be, it depends on the SDH or intracerebral bleed. If it is SDH, we'll go for an hole and best choice of nowadays available. You can go for an apt of a surgery. Very important. Okay. Yes, coming to the chikitsa. See what exactly Shastra tell? Pratyekam sthana visheshat kriya vishesham. See, sir, this is not told in Ayurveda. No, it is all depend upon the where the dosha visheshana has taken place on sthana vishesha of any part of the brain. Nowadays, they are also learning, even modern medicine is also learning sthana vishesha. Which part of the brain is involved in the pathology, they'll address those symptoms. It is also established, especially in Vata Vyadhi only, this shloka from Charaka. Then Anuktam Vishesha Chikitsa. There are so many treatments which are not told. You can adopt how Grahanartham Pratyekam Sthana Vishesh. You have to adopt and you are given freedom to adopt any line of management at any point of time, whether the involvement of the particular Sthana Vishesha Chikitsa to be addressed. If the patient come with the Akshepaka and convergence, that's what I'm telling. That's look at Akshepaka. The treatment will be followed is Akshepakavat Chikitsa to be adopted. What Akshepakavat Chikitsa? That is for Nasya, and that is patient has to be given with Tikshna Nasya, like Avapidana Nasya with a choice of drug like Trikotochurnam, and it may be simple Vachachurnam, or you may go with an Pradhamana also, or it may be a Avapidana also. You can mix in a water and you can give. Only thing, even till date I am not practiced much this practice. Only few finger counting patients we are able to give, because of their it's reverting and consciousness. In unconscious stage of practice is a challenge, or so many people will tell that we'll practice and we'll have a suction, because aspiration pneumonia is an outcome, and uh, this is a very much fatality. That's why some people will do that, will do the posterior nasopharynx, will do the suction and all. How many times we will do that is very important. But what Shiro Sotoroda, to remove the Sotoroda or to do the Shiro Shodhanam, this is the first line of treatment when the Akshepaka is happened, and you have to revert it. Yatha Kalam, if the Murcha or Mother Murcha Sannyasa or the patient is in unconscious stage, unconscious stage, the patient should be adopted with Shitaladhara, Himadhara as Pitta Pradhana Chikitsa. That's what I told. It is the point of research. Maintaining an hypothermia is a choice of a research in the due days. This is already established in an Ayurveda. That is Pitta Vrite, Visheshat, Shito, Mushno, Tata. This is left, Acharya has left us. Whether you have to go with Sita Parisheka or Ushna Parisheka, Sita Upachara or Ushna Upachara. We'll decide if it is Pitta Samsargaja Lakshanas and Pitta Avarana, then 100% will go with the if it is Mother Murcha Sannyasa Lakshanadhara, we'll go with the Shitaladhara or Himadhara. So that has to be done. I think even we do the Takradhara and in the patients where there may be a good outcome in an emergency management. When sir, how to, yeah, you can create such a portable Dhara stand on where the patient is bedridden, there only it can be done. Okay. Then Tikshna Nasya for the Sanya Prabhonartha. You are the consciousness, there you are going to give a Tikshna Nasya, that is, it may be Avapidana or it may be Pradhamana. Acha Sarvipanam. Once the conscious state has reverted, then Uttama Matra Acha Snehapana has to be given for the span of 10 days. There's Akshepaka Chikitsa to prevent the Akshepaka, or after giving Grita, Vata Prakopa or Vata Tiryagamana may not happen. To prevent that, it has been told in the Shastra with treatment. Then I want to drag another attention where which I learned, that is Alepa, Parisheka, and Kafa Chikitsa. In Alepa means Agni Chikitsa Lepa is one of the practice which I have seen in my SDM, and there are some few drugs which are having Ushna and Tikshna medicine. and also some wet drugs with Agdimanta, Eranda, Banda, Papata, and Tulasi. These are the choice. And in dry drugs, Maricha, Lavanga, and Sarshapa. With this, the paste is prepared. Lashuna's paste is prepared. What we do is to do is this has to be applied all over the body. Labor to prevent there is an intervention due to prevent the DVT, bed sore. So mobilization of the patient is best choice, and with that the medical effect if you are practicing in every Pakshagata patients in acute stage. I used to practice this in after in Belgium, coming to Belgium also I am practicing this, but Banda Papat I am not getting. Instead of that I am put Shigrupa, the Svedopakadra I have taken and I put it, I am practicing it. And if you apply, if it is the Samadosha Avastha also it will taken care, and most of the Dravas are Gandha Pradhana which are Vatahara, and which has discussed in the Jara Agurvadi Taila, this Lepa Chikitsa in the Jara Chikitsa, that concept it is adapted. So Amapachana will take place by this. Even sometimes what we do is this the same paste will be given for eating if the patient is conscious. So where the Ganji is the only food to give, means to maintaining the hypoglycemic hyperglycemia or hypoglycemia and maintenance of the fluids in the cerebral edema, and giving Ushna Tikshna medicine. That's why you are doing Shitala Chikitsa to the head and you are doing Tikshna Nasya. There are two different entities. You are doing it at simultaneously on a single day and applying all over the body. You can go for Ushna Parisheka or Shita Parisheka, depending if it is Kafajanyam, you can go for Ushna Parishekam later part of the disease, and it may be Shita Parisheka also be done. Means understanding and application. You can apply LAP also. Oh, very important. So I am using this and I'm practicing. And another, with the permission of the organizers, I want to talk about little bit of oral medication rather than the Panchakarma application, because I'm not so much confident to have Tikshna Nasya in unconscious space. So maybe Charka was not, maybe he was knowing RT feeding, he would have made so many patients to improve. But now RT feed we are using, you can have RT feed medicines. I am using so many, some medications in RT feed, some Kashaya, some Suvarna Kalpas in my, as a teacher, blessed me and I'm practicing. I'm happy with those things. Why? Because I may use some Mahamanjishta Kashaya in RT feed only, Dhana Dhanya Kashaya, Bhadradarva Kashaya, and Dhanvantara Rishtam or Dhanvantara Kashaya. I am using Indukanta Kashaya. I am using artificial depending upon my need. And also I'm using some Swarna Kalpas like Yogendra Rasa, Chaturmukha Rasa, and Yogendra Rasa, Chaturmukha, and Bharatvata Chintamani, Bharatvata Chintamani, and Gorochanadivati, Gorochanadi, one of the best choice. I think my students come to know Gorochanadivati, and this is what I used to, and Suvarnamalini Vasanta. See that, Suvarnamalini Vasanta. See, these all things are using where I have happily I can tell that so many patients after 10 days of unconscious stages, they came to my hospital. We have reverted their consciousness. I am not telling that it is because of my medicine, but their arrival of our hospital, and we intervened in this combination of medicine depending upon the condition of the patient. It is Marga Varnajanya or Dhatuk Chaitanya. If you take the Dhatuk Chaitanya and Dhatuk Jvarajanya, so I'll go with most of the time Suvarna Malini Vasanta. Example, if the hydrocephalus condition or the Jvara Samprapti and also demyelinating condition, I have opted most of the time. Example, I see in Pakshagata may not be all the time CVS. Sometimes they may be of inflammatory origin. Recently, one patient 45 days he was in coma. They spent more than 50 lakhs, but simple Suvarna Malini Vasanta has made the consciousness, because the patient was suffering with a condition called as locked in syndrome, even or quadriplegia with the locked in syndrome and with unconscious states. Even you cannot tell, because in locked in syndrome there is a conscious state was there. After our intervention, the patient has got consciousness. That is what I have seen in my patient. And in Yogendra Rasa usage, where you can have Kevala Vatajanyam conditions, to be Yogendra is the best choice. If it is little bit Avarana Janyam and I have a patient has huge amount of cerebral edema and chance of convulsions, I have seen some patients after intervention with the Yogendra Rasa has shown me some epileptic seizures, even though patient with an medication. So Guru Chanadivati has helped me a lot, and you can use and eat. And Chaturbaka Rasa also I have used in the patients where the results are very important. Okay, coming to the apart from this, because I have put it in the artifact or some gag reflex is reverted, then I used to make a powder and I used to rub on the tongue of the patient and it was reverted. They have given very good clinical outcomes, which I have observed. That has made me to practice more and more interest into the acute stage of management. Apart from Panchakarma application, remaining thing Alepa and Takradara, because of their physiological adaptations in the vascular bed and all, we have did it. As an oral medicine also, there is a choice of practice, and that may make the big difference in the acute stage, what I have seen in my clinical practice. Then yes, I was telling you the stroke syndromes. See, see now this is they are now learning this. They are also having some approach. Large vessel stroke within an anterior cruciate circulation, that is mid cerebral artery, anterior cerebral artery, internal carotid artery, and these are the things. Means if the pathology is present in these, they have some set of symptoms. They are learning. Means now modern medicine is learning in such a way that involvement, but without imaging technique, this is not possible. This is not possible. See, just imagine what was documented in our Shastra was without the imaging technique. The large vessel stroke within the posterior circulation, that is PCA, P1 syndrome, P2 syndrome. See that they are given so many numbers. See, posterior vessel occlusions are very important, and most of the time they are cerebellar with a brainstem lesion. Very give addressing when you have an imaging the image. Pons and medullary lesions are very dangerous, which are very near to the respiratory centers. Most of the time, respiratory patient may need a ventilator support. That's why to know this, and small vessel ischemia, either vascular and that may be a lacunar infracts, you can take under the consideration of, means they are also making some set of symptoms. See, this is possible only with an imaging technique. If you write in a symptom without an imaging technique, only a clinical presentation will give you guide to understand it. Okay. Yes. Coming to the hemorrhagic, that is hemorrhagic strokes are hemorrhages are they classified by their location and their underlying vascular pathology. Bleeding into the subdural and epidural spaces is principally produced by trauma. Patient will give you history that there is a hit or something has happened or a fall is the history most of the time. The close attention should be paid to airway management because of reduction in the level of consciousness is a common, often progressive. Very important. See, very important. If it's a huge, or I will tell you something, some intracranial hemorrhages or SDHs are very big, but there is no symptom, only a headache. And most of the time, vomiting is an sin of the symptom. In theory, see, this sentence I directly copied from the one of the good internal. In theory, higher blood pressure should be promote hematoma expansion, but it is remain unclear if you lower the blood pressure of a patient, it will reduce the hematoma. They don't have any proof. You reduce the blood pressure and hematoma will, they don't have any proof. Means reduction of hypertension is the challengeable whether it should be reduced. So better to keep in a map in map, that is mean arterial blood pressure. That's why they came to that opinion calculation of map. You keep that level from 70 to 100, or you can give one a beta blockers to reduce the heart rate, and that like that you are, or you are reduce only systolic hypertension, not the diastolic. So where the collateral, if you reduce the hypertension, the collateral will also feed very less, and there may be a progression of the unconscious or a coma state to the further part. It may end into a infarct or a scar tissue. This is what to be addressed. Then intracerebral hemorrhages. That internal accounts for around 10% of all the strokes, means 100% in that they contribute for 10%, and about 35 to 40% of the patient die within the first month. Incidence rates are particularly higher in Asian. Hello. Incidence rates in higher in Asians and blacks. This is very important. And hypertension, that is hypertension induced bleeds are most of the time a basal ganglial bleed, especially that is the putamen, that is thalamic, cerebellum, and pons. This is what I want to tell. Very important. Whenever there is a bleed, you should address with cautiously. Then coagulopathy. That's why I have not put most of the contents to in an ischemic brain. I have management. I have taken. I have give you a choice that whether you choose the such type of clinical conditions. Coagulopathy, if the patients are taking some coagulopathy and sympathomimic drugs and cocaine and these are some drugs influenced bleed, they may advance, and age is going to advance the heavy alcohol and cerebral amyloid. That's what I'm telling. The food and the lifestyle, the rukshahara, they are heavy alcohol people may have hemorrhage cause causes the majority of these hemorrhages. These are the coagulopathies who is taking sympathognomic drugs, means knowing, because earlier days there was a single stream of medicine. The patient came to your hospital which was treated by an other system of medicine. This is very important. Factors, that is age is 40 years, developed over minutes and hours, that is headache, recurrent vomiting and convulsions, hypertension, usually unconscious and coma. This is the physiological or pathological progression of the disease. So it is left to you how best you can judge the clinical condition, and our intervention, how much it is going to help to the patient is a choice. So very important. I'm not telling that you should not treat it. You treat it with a cautious. So that's why I have taken it. Then there is a special marma abhighata in our 107 marmas. It is told seven that Basti Hridaya Shiro marma abhighata is given more importance. Then I want to tell Vivarjana where to reject. I'm not telling that you have to reject the patient. Even the concept is there. Swasthanam Arditanam Muhurvego gate gate agate. It is coming and going. Pidayet pidana. Vivarjayet. Directly Acharya told from Charaka. I am copied this shloka. Directly you can reject the patient because the improvement may be a fatality. Nowadays the medical advanced medical support has there, and you can have a choice and try this. And those days Vivarjayet is a choice of treatment. And prognosis. Sadhya sadhyata of the disease. Shuddhavatashyam Pruchya Sadhyam, and it is Sadhyam iti sound system. It may be Vata Pitta, it may be Vata Kapha, or it may be Vata Pitta Kapha, three doshaja. Or Kshayeje to Asadhyam means Kshayeje, it is commented by the Ati Sravanat Raktam, means there is a head injury has taken an external bleed, not internal bleed. External bleed because of the head injury. External bleed has made this problem. So many people, you know that already, because of the external bleed, so many people are lost their life. Okay, lost their life. And this is the prognosis. Sadhya sadhyata. See, they tell Sukha sadhya with avarna janyam. That's what the pitta samsista and kapha. Ischemic stroke and hemorrhagic stroke can be taken. It is Sukha sadhya. They are reverted. Means there are some group of clinical conditions which may improve their improvement is there. So remaining are Kasha sadhya. Stage of recovery. Now coming to the till now the acute management was managed. Now coming to the stage of recovery and residual hemiplegia. This part, the Pakshagata start. Now real Vatavadi management starts now. Spasticity, that is most of the time you will see spasticity, because Ayurveda to the patients, those who came to the Ayurveda hospital in which stage, most of the time the recovery phase, they will come to the hospital for the massage, someone will tell. So how they came, what presentation is came, that makes the application of Panchakarma. Spasticity, that is cleft nape variety. See there, upper limb held with arm abducted at the shoulder and flexed at elbow, wrist fingers with the forearm slightly pronated, lower limb extended at its hip. Why I'm telling this sequence of improvement? There is one physiological adaptation going to happen in the reverse of the hemiplegia, where first the upper limb, lower limb will get the power. Lower limb, the extensor group will get the power. In the upper limb, the flexor group will get the power. That's what I'm first. The improvement in the power will take place. This is going to induce this spasticity. Face is weakness in the affected side of the face. In smiling, food collects around the teeth. The food is going to get collect around the feet affected side, but both eyes screw up in the normal. Eyes will come to the normal, and trunk protruded to the affected side. Some involuntary movements. The patient may exhibit some involuntary movement. Example, you take that patient is yawning and suddenly his shoulder is moved. So this is what is not because of it's an because of an cerebral involuntary movements induced by the brain. It may be aphasia. You have to evaluate the aphasia. There is a motor aphasia or a vernix area, or that is what to be that is also one of the challenge. Which only thing that patient is has lost receptive speech, language loss, or expressive speech is lost, or is the global aphasia is there, very difficult to improve the uh, condition. Then these are some other conditions. See that now paksha hatvam marutam paksham dakshina vamamayo hata rujam karoti grihitva sharirardham sharirasya padam sankocha iti. This is what the spasticity development means. Why I am giving more importance shirasnayur vishesham, because you are treating some damage done to the Upadhatu conditions, because that is more highlighted. That is more highlighted in Shastra. That Ekanga Roge tu Vidyat Sarvange Sarvadaha. This is what the presentation. That directly Acharya Sankochim, there is maybe a Sankocha is there. So it is a, if the patient is came with a flaccid presentation, what type of Panchakarma to be now adapted? Coming to the Kriyamataha Param Siddhantam Vata Rogopahatam Shunam Kevalam Nirupastambam Madhav Snehairupacharet. This is very important. Kevalam. First Kevala word is different than Nirupastamba. Kevala is Kevala Vatavadi. Nirupastamba means there is any avarana is there, it should be relieved. It is anavaranam condition to be taken. Then only Snehairupacharet. Then the intervention of Snehana is the choice of the treatment. Before applying Snehana, Acharya has given lot of importance for the Kevalam is nothing but Kevala Vatavadanyavadi. Example, you can take Kevala Vatavadanyavadi like post-encephalitis induced neurological deficit, OP poisoning induced neurological deficit, or a recovered phase of the Pakshagata, sorry, stroke phenomena only it can. Nirupastambam, there should not be Daha Pittavarna Lakshana or Kafavarna Lakshana, it should not be there. If it is there, it should be addressed, then it can be taken for the treatment. Ardite Navanam, same Tikisa, sir, you are repeating it. Yes, it is application. There was a preventive aspect here as an a treatment. Ardite Navanam Murnitailam. Yes, if the patient is having the presentation, including face and loss of uh, strength in the one part of the body, then maybe Navananashe as a Snehanam Tarpanam is one of the choice. Murnitalam. Then Tarpanam, he also given Tarpana in Astanga Hridaya, it is told that Tarpanam, Karna Puranam, Akshitarpanam is also told. So that can be adopted. Navananashe, it may be a choice of drugs where you can have different Sneha Navananasyas, like you can have Karpasastya Taila, wherein you are having Avaranam, Chiravala Taila, one can be a choice of drug. Then application of Murnitala already I discussed. Then apply application of Nadi Sweda, Upanaha Sweda, and this has then Swedanam Sneha Sayuktam Pakshagati to Virachanam. Yes. Swedanam Sneha Sayuktam. You have to give Swedana. You can adapt this Svedana. Then Sneha Sanyukta, it is must and should be. One of my classmates has worked on dissertation work on this only. We have did this Pakshagati to Virachanam in some conditions. And why Paksha Virachana to be given? See, that's what I'm telling. In Ayurveda, for so when you read the benefits of Shodhana, there is Indriya Shuddhi is one of the outcome. That is one point, first point. Second point is that you are doing a treatment for Rakta Upadhatu, so Virachana is a choice of treatment. Whenever there is a Upadhatu treatment, Virachana is in a line of treatment. Or when there is a, as Pakshagata is Panavayu Dusti, Pakvashagate Chapi Deyam Sneha Viricham. This is what Pakvashagata Vata vitiation is leading to the presentation. So choice of treatment will be, these are the three major or four major points where the virechana is highlighted. So many, some people, I am not telling that it's a controversial. Some people it can be given in acute state. I'm not that much happy to have this, because virechana to happen, it will take 1.5 hours. So emergency management, they tell that it will reduce the blood pressure. No, yeah, the patient is running with an hypertension, uncontrolled hypertension. You know, it may be a choice of nitya virechana, may be a choice of a treatment which I have seen my people. As an emergency, sorry, I have not practiced that. And Pakavasha, then as a later part of the management to improve their Akunchana and Sira Kandara involvement, Virechana to be done within one of the good Snehapana. This is Sneha Virechanam. Sneha Virechanam is to understand there are two schools of thought. One, you are using Snigdha Dravya as an Virechaka medicine, or one which you are using Snehapana followed by Virechana is also considered as the Sneha Virechana. Okay, so one of the best choice you can have an Indu Kantagrata or Mahamasha Tela Snehapana, Murtila Snehapana with respect to Vata Vyadi. You can select, you have a Snehapana and give Virechana with Snigdha Dravya only, that it may be a choice of Eranda Taila or Sukumara Grata, or you can have Tilvaka Grata. So these are the choice of the Virechana. And the intention. So intention is to Indiriya Prasadanam and Kandara Sira Kandara management and Pakvashagatavata Lakshana to be treated and your address. Yes. If the patient is having unfit, Durbalo, yo avricha, Sat Niruho Pachare, yes, he has given freedom, because all the Pakshagata patient may not be fit for to undergo Virechana. In such conditions, It is an a choice has given to the doctors that you can go with an a basti as an a chikitsa. I'll which basti to be deal will later part we can deal it. Then coming to the Svedadhyaya, where I practice. See, nothing is from any book and which my teacher has taught me and what I learn from. It is left to you how much best you learn from him, which I am practicing. I am telling with openly, and you can practice and see it. And if the patient came to you is a flaccid presentation and Shalipinda Shveda, Goduma Pinda Shveda, Masha Pinda Shveda, and Kulata Pinda Shveda, which I have practiced. Then, because of this practice, in forthcoming days, the patient will start having a power in the hands and it may become spastic. Okay, with one of the Shodhana, it may be Nasya or it may be Basti. I'm not telling that this only will give you, or simple Abhyanga going to give, or Alepa Abhyanga, or Upanaha going to help you out. Then in spastic, I am using the Tilapinda Sweda, Kinva Pinda Sweda, and Mamsa Pinda Sweda. So this can be used. And I'm telling the spasticity is so severe, I'll deal it. The severity of the, if it is a cleft knife or an, a lead pipe, most of the time in Pakshagata, it's a cleft knife. And in some other than CVA, some spasticity will induced by the patient by cogwheel rigidity, so many things are there. We can go with an Tilapinda Sweda, Kinva Pinda Sweda, and Mamsa. If it is a Vedana Pradhanam and Shota Pradhanam, as a Stanika you can have because most of the time the gate is gained by the patient and you are recurring. That is Patrapinda Sveda, Jambira Pinda Sveda, where Vedana is dominant and Shota is dominant, Chuna Pinda Sveda, Lavana Pinda Sveda. It may be a choice of Volakas. If it is nothing is there, you can go because Shota is going to reduce. Okay, next. Then Sarvanga Sekas. Here I want to tell a little bit more importance. That is Sarvanga Sepa. I can use Shira, Kashaya, and Snehas. So this you can use. Where you are having Avarana Jandi and Vatarakta Samprapti as your base, then Dashamula and Manjustadi Kashaya Parishek is the best choice. And where little bit Samadosha Avastha is there, best is the Kashaya Parishek is the choice of because managing in a Samadosha Avastha in a bedridden patient is a challenge. Okay, and most of the time they say the Balamula Kashaya. And Chira, where you can have Balamula Kshirapaka, Ashwagandha Kshirapaka. Even we did in my PG practice, we did Ashwagandha Arista Parishekam in Pakshagat. Arista has been this one of the reference oriented practice that made me to teach her to practice. After my year, not because of the cost of the patient. On then Snehanam, where you can have Pindataila PG chili. If it is Vatik, uh, go to the Kayaseka, Vatikotar Vatikanam, Kevala Ghora Vatavadi and severe spasticity there you can have Kayasek as a choice where you can do the Pinda Taila, Mahanarana Taila. Dhanvantara. I have used it in one of the VIP patient. Mahanarana Taila every day I dispose 7 years, but one of the very good. But to do Kayaseka, Bala of the patient has to be addressed. If the Balakshaya is there and Kayaseka is not a choice. If a well good Bala is there and patient is tolerable, then go for an Sekas. This is what the clinical presentations and Panchakarma understanding. Till now, first you have to understood and what has happened and it can be addressed. Then Talam or Shiropichu or Shirobasti, it is already told and it can be told. Yes, if you are having, depending upon the symptom, I may use these permutations and combination. If it is Buddhi, Indriya, Prasadam, like the loss of language is there and Medya Rasani, you may go with an Vacha or ST Madhu is a choice, or a hemorrhage is there, you can have a ST Madhu, and Vacha is there where the loss of speech and the language loss. And Kolapulatta and Karchuradi also it's Avaranahara. You can, if it is having more of Kapha Avaranahara, thrombo, the lesion is lacunar infarct, and the Karchuradi and Kolapulatta can be used, and even Rasana sometimes used. Most of the time I use these four one. And Taila Pichu, it can be taken as Brahmi, Taila, even Kalyanaka, Mahakalyanaka, Grata Pichus are kept because where the disorientation and mental symptoms are involved in the Samprapti, so these things are to be taken. And why I'm telling this in Bala Pakshagata treatment, we cannot do more of internal treatment and external treatment is a choice where it will give you more and more importance. Then coming to the Basti, I told already instead of Basti because Basti needs an elaboration and Basti is a choice and very safety to practice. First I go with the Rajapana Basti and it is the Rajapana where Nirva is told and you can have where the Rajayapana Basti can be practiced in Rajayapana Kata can be taken 200 ml, or you can go with the Mamsarasa and Kshirapaka and Mamsarasa with this. This is, I am totally giving you a clinical what I am practicing and not at all reference oriented because ultimately if I tell the shloka there is may not be good and I told that I what I am practicing what I am getting Yes, you can give this in Pakshagata where those who are unfit for the Virechana. Such can be. Why the Yapana is the first choice? Yapana, I see, I have seen most of the complications with because it's Kalkadrava contains Madanaphala. It gives Shodhana, Shamana, and Brahmana. All three effect you can get in this, and Yapana practice is the first choice. So I have quoted the Yapana Basti as one choice. Then Manjustadik Sharabasti, when you are identifying the cause of the disease, you have to address Hetu Lingam Shadam Tatona, that is, you have to addressing the cause of the disease. If the patient is known case of smoker and a DAO and a comorbid peripheral vascular disease is there, best to go with an Manjistadi Ksharabasti or Manjistadi Niruhabasti when the bala of the patient is considered after the stroke phenomena. It may be best bala is that, then go for a Manjistadi Ksharabasti. It is one of the practice from the SDM which I have learned and I'm practicing here. Then Dvipancha Mula bus Neurobasi in the place of Yapana only, it can be practiced. And in the one of my senior, Dr. Prakash Palte, worked on in Pakshagata only more than 100 patients we gave this, able to give this, and there was a good improvement we have seen. And it contains, I think, all Chatusne, Avara, Vasa, Indukanta Kritam, Murchidi Tilatal, we have put and we have practiced and very good results where you can get a Yafana effect only. Balavarna Karabasti, yes, my teacher used to tell, not Balavarnam is not the complication, Varna may be taken into aphasia conditions. This Balavarna Karabasti can be taken. In this Balavarna Kara, there are two, one is Sama condition and Nirama condition. If Nirama condition, there is Dashmula Kshira is the choice, and if it is Sama condition and you want to give Balavarnakara, it may be simple Ushna Jala, maybe as an Kashaya Dravya has we are practicing. I am telling all are practice oriented, not at all. And these all are came out of the references only, but what we are really practicing, I am telling. Then Madhu Tailikam. In this, there are total 5 Madhu Tailika Basis are explained in the classical. One of my junior has worked on this. She was did on Parkinsonism, where Kevalavada, where the tremor induced conditions. This is maybe the choice. This in this Dashmula and Erand are the two choice, which you depending upon the need of the patient to be justified and the Madhu Tailika. Because this proportion itself is make to some lesions or blood to cross the basal ganglion lesion and basal ganglion lesion oriented Pakshagata, so address with this basti may be going to yield more result. And another result we Gudichadi Yapana basti recently we did tried in basal ganglion. See, we are also looking into that lesion oriented basti practice. Maybe they have done, but you should have a good setup to have every lesion and the basti to be trialed. So this what I feel is the basal ganglion lesion oriented. This basti may be a choice of, and I am practicing it to you. And Panchaprasitika Vasi, one of my senior work where it can be practiced, where you exclusively need Vata, Dhatu Kshejanya Pakshagata, so it's the best of choice, and it can be treated, and where Balakshaya and Mamsakshaya Lakshanas are there, and better to go with this Bastis. And take home messages. Pakshagata is in a syndrome where stages to be analyzed and intervened properly. Very mental. This much I made most of the working out how to categorize the patient. And every day Glasgow coma scaling is must, where which type and which stage you are treating. Need of advanced life support to be justified. Whether the patient need a reference or advanced life support, you have to justify yourself as well as the for patient life. Managing in acute stage by our system is a challenging because the patients will not come. If they came, they have lot of questions. They asked me. That's what I'm put on a challenge to a practitioner with a good clinical outcome. If they go other hospital, no outcome, they are not worried. But when it comes to an Ayurveda, so it is addressed. And you, I'm telling you that you can practice with a good understanding and clinical safety, and there may be a good outcome. Then application of Panchakarma therapy in residual condition is a gold standard. I'll tell you gold standard. I've seen one of the famous neurosurgeon used to refer after the recovery of the patient to our hospital. Till date, we are getting it. So with this message, don't hesitate to practice with your groundwork, learning and understanding of insight in the clinical condition. It may give you a great outcome and a practice. And really I thank to acknowledgement or thank to the president of this webinar, this is the principal madam, Dr. Saida Fatima madam, and the chairman sir, that is Rajshekar Ganigir sir. And really I grateful thank to my Dr. Mahadev Diggavi sir. He has identified me and given me opportunity to talk in a webinar series. Really thanks to the dear doctors and students. Yes, any questions if you are having?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Thank you, sir, for a wonderful session, sir. There is one question from Dr. Arun Kumar Biradar. He is
Yes.
saying, yes, sir. Firstly, he is wishing you a high, excellent presentation. Congratulations. He is asking, kindly share your experience with systemic conditions leading to Pakshaghata and its management.
Yeah. I'm telling you that there are systemic conditions leading to the Pakshagata, which where there are Avarnajanya Lakshanas patients, where the TAO patients, which I have seen with running with hypertension, dyslipidemia conditions, diabetic vasculopathy conditions leading to the stroke phenomena, and these are the systemic conditions which will lead to the Pakshagata. It has been told. I'll give you another information at postpartum, after delivery, postpartum, you go to the Shushruta Samhita, there is after Garbhapatam, this Pakshagata is explained. See, postpartum females, I have treated more than 20 females after the first 5 days of their delivery, they have got a stroke because of the thromboembolism and other foci, which is gestational hypertension, has made them to come to the hospital.
Thank you, sir. There is another question from Dr. Shruti KV. How to locate lesions by clinical findings without CT? Which tract is involved?
That's what in first 2 3 slides I made an lesion. If it is basal ganglion region, there are some symptoms. You have to go through a center wise understanding, or that's what that syndromic presentation is a clue how to locate a lesion. Because of this, mid cerebral artery is having some group of symptoms. I'll tell you, occipital with involvement of eye loss, there may be occipital lesion, or respiratory difficulty and quadrilateral 100% and pons and medulla. It is going to give you when you go through the lesion and the brain blood vascular system, then the presentation. You learn brain very well and give importance like syndromic. That's what I gave the syndromic presentations. Yes.
I think I should quote this, sir. Our Madam Dr. Anantamati Bamagur ma'am is wishing you congratulations. Congratulations, sir, for a very nice presentation. Key and analysis are really appreciable, sir. Thank you for sharing the practical oriented experience. She's wishing you
Thank you.
thank
Thank you, madam.
For now, there is no other question. If any other questions, participants, please post it fast. It's a Mukata management protocol.
What?
Mukata, sir, Mukata.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Mukata. That's what I told now. Like Mukata, it's all depends upon the lesion where the lesion is there. So we used to practice Kshiraduma and Nasya. We are practiced in the Mukata, but as a Mukata condition, still in my clinical practice, I have to get it. That is what my, because I'm having just 7 years of experience. Mukata has not yet came to me, but in my PG practice we did the Kshiraduma and Nasya, but outcome was very much minimum. My in some cases.
Sir, prognosis based on the type of lesions
Yeah,
and
that's
site
what
of
it
lesions.
right of the lesion. That's what if I tell you, you'll read. That's what I tell. If you have a basal arterial occlusion, if you are seeing a lockdown syndrome, prognosis will be very poor, very poor. CT angiogram to be done, whether there is a little bit opening is there, that you can predict the prognosis. Every region, it's having its own intervention, urgent intervention or early intervention will decide. If after making a scar, the patient came to me, then very difficult. If it is a cortex lesion, very difficult. Most of the time they are flaccid only. That is what I want to tell. If it is pons and medulla, they may become any time. We lost so many patients if the patients are having lesion at if caudal brain stem lesions are very dangerous. It is all left to the student to learn themselves from the lesions. I'm not these are some basics I can tell. Or you may another condition, you get in a report of lesion oriented watershed presentation of the infract, very dangerous condition and very good condition to treat also. If you have all three feeding technique of vertebral artery, internal and external carotid artery, all are occluded, you will get such type of presentation of lesion. That time choice is left to whether it is because of atheroma and the outcome may be a good, either it may be a thrombosis, then outcome may be very bad. So the selection is left to the doctor, which type. If you go for a CT angiogram and you decided, yes, yeah, it can be done or not done, you can take a decision. Yes.
Thank you, sir. So the next question is from Dr. Padmavati Patil. Treatment for upper motor neuron lesions.
Yeah, see, upper motor and lower. See, upper motor lesion is most of the time Nasya and Virechana will reduce some amount of this spasticity. Nasya is a choice and the Pijichil may be the choice. Virechana, one course of Virechana is needed, but upper motor lesion we do within most of the Nasya we have adopted. And also there is another reference that in our lower motor lesion with the flaccid and loss of muscle tissue, there is a poor program. Even Ayurveda Shastra will accept that. Motor neuron region, Nasya, one course is Virechana, and the timing between Virechana is important. Then you can, if they fit, if they're not fit with the Basti is the line of treatment. There is no choice. How it may be upper motor, the bala of the patient and the recipient of a treatment by the patient is a choice. In that only you can increase your potentiality of practice. If you are the patient is fit for Basti Virechana, then Virechana is the best choice. He is not fit and you want to treat it upper motor lesion, a Basti is a choice.
Thank you, sir. So the next question is from Dr. B. So what if there is progressive paralysis? Can we treat that with the same?
Excuse me, madam. You
Sir,
can repeat it.
what? Yes, sir. So what if there is progressive paralysis? Can we treat that with the same protocol?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. Even I have got a cases from current modern medicine after 1 month too. Right now I'm having one case of 3 months of coma with a progression only. They are not at all. They are also not helping. We with our medicine, oral medicine, we made him conscious. Now patient is able to sit and all. It is left how best it has treated at the early stage is going to decide. Early stage management was very poor, or it has came to us and there is a cerebral edema or a herniation is there, then you need to go for craniotomy. That has to be the need of the hour. We don't have a more of advanced type of management. This is progression is decided where the block is there, what type of progression may takes place, and how much occlusion is there. That going to tell you how a progression. Yes, it can be treated. I'm not saying that it's 100%. One of the Ballari patient I have treated in a cerebellar bleed only we treated. It has reverted very well. I think I'll tell you. In fact, it will give you very slow improvement. Even with my bleeds are will improve within a days. There will be recovery will be very fast in the bleeds.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Next, Dr. Sucheta is wishing you congratulations, sir. Very informative session. Shiva Pichu and Salam Day.
You are not audible.
Hello, sir.
What is the question?
Sir, from Dr. Sucheta.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, sir. Shiro Pichu and Talam role in the management of Pakshaghata, their duration, how many days the treatment has to be followed, and conditions where they have to be applied.
Sure. In Shiropichu, I told in it is already told in the acute management of ischemic strokes. I have mentioned this. I have taken. I have not taken. It's the first phase of the management itself is in a Shiropichu has to be in a choice of the treatment. Okay. First stage of stabilization and rehabilitation of the patient has to be taken. First recovery till recovery phase, the intervention with Shiropichu is a choice. Afterwards, you are expecting result from Shiropichu may not be yield more result. It's an acute stage only, it's the best choice of management.
Question. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Next question is how to understand upper motor neuron lesions and lower motor neuron lesions through Ayurveda.
Upper motor lesions and lower motor
Lower
lesion
motor. Through
from
Ayurveda, sir.
oh, yeah, it's very difficult. It's all a single presentation is told where the involvement of the autonomous nervous system presentations are there. It can be taken under the category of Avaranajanya Samprapti and Anavarana Lakshanas. Altogether, some of them may take some of them may not be lower motor. It's very difficult to understand like that to have a lesion because upper motor and lower motor has made to understand where the lesion and which till what portion it is there. So most of the things are upper motor lesion presentations are taken under the consideration of Pakshagata presentation. Lower motor are very minimum and the improvement is the lower motor conditions are very less to practice. They are reversible.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Reverse is very difficult.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Dr. Agarwal Manoj. What should be Vyadhi Prathanik Chikitsa at the time of attending a Pakshagata patient?
What?
Vyadhi Pratyanik Chikitsa, sir, at the time of attending a Pakshagata patient.
At the
Vyadhi
time of
Pratyanika. Attending a Pakshagata patient.
yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
telling. See, that's what I'm telling. Because of Vyadhi Pratyanika Chikitsa here all we effort has made to the clinical condition present. If the patient is presented with Akshepaka, it's Vyadhi Pratyanika. You are doing it Vyadhi Pratyanika only. Okay. This is what all stage, which stage you are treating, it's Vyadhi Pratyanika. Dosha Pratyanika, choice of the medicine will change a little bit. It is Avarana Jana Pitta, or the medicine may be going to change. The Parisheka is remains same. It may be Ushna Parisheka or Shita Parisheka. This is all the Vyadhi Pratyanika only we are doing at the first stage. Ultimately to revert the condition. Once it is established, then doshas and looking into the patient's Vyadhi Prakurti, the drugs are been used. As in a first line of management, it's a Vyadhi Pratyanika only.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir. The next question is from Dr. Rohit. Namaste, sir. What may be the reason with the patients who used to express laugh and cry on and off?
Laugh and cry. Yeah, it's a very point you asked. With this treatment, you have to give a very important addressing. I have seen such a bad experience in my life where when a stroke phenomena takes place, most of the time patient will suffer with a condition called depression or why it has happened to this. These are the reason and some emotional involvement because of the stroke phenomena. And laugh, I have not seen any patients. They are laugh. There is and even I lost 2 to 3 patients during the stroke because they are going home and they vomited a blood because of the stress ulcer in the stomach and the duodenum. I lost the patients. This is what I want to tell. I forgot to tell in my presentation. You have to address, give importance. Most of the time, don't think only Ushna Dikshna, Ushna Dikshna. It is must and mandatory to have a patient is having any ulcer, bleeding ulcer, gastric or duodenal stress ulcer because it is not because of most of the time because we are giving most of the blood thinner and all, but also the stress induced by the brain. It is the patient is going to suffer with the stress ulcers and laughing, crying. I have seen laughing very minimum. I have not seen only. Yes,
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Dr. Mahesh. Mode of action of Shiropichu in acute condition.
that's what I'm telling. It is Shira. That's what I did. The temperature management of the Shiravattalam is a choice of the. That's what I told from one of the maintaining an hypothermia for time being is a clinical research outcome. This is what I want to convey. Doing Shita, if it is Ushnam, if Kafavaranam, this Ushna is going to relieve the Srotas. That is the concept.
Okay, sir. So the next question is from Dr. Sucheta. How far Agni Lepa Chikitsa is useful in Pakshagata and treatment of aphasia in Pakshagata?
Alepa Chikitsa is how far it's. I'll tell you
Agni
is the
Lepa,
first line
sir.
of treatment. As my practice is the first line of treatment, I used it a lot. And where this Alepa will not allow to go for a Samavasta of any stage of any point of stage of your management. It will keep patient as nirama because sneha kriya to be done. If example, I'll tell you, a patient has developed fever or anything, samadosha avastha, if you are not, this alep will take care of the make patient to nirama avastha. It is one of the choice of keeping a treatment patient for an samadosha avastha. So it is not allowed. And Ushna Tikshna, because of this influence, there is a good reduction and recovery in the neurological conditions which you have seen. Then aphasia, that's what I do. You go for an aphasia management, it all upon the type of loss and the involvement. If it is in a lateral temporal bleed or a infract, involvement of a vernix and Borkas area, there will be outcome will be very minimum. Only loss of language and receptive speech is lost and it can be reverted.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. The next question is from Dr. Kavita. Can we go for Rasayana and how to select the Rasayana?
Yes, that's so. It is not a part of my Panchakarma presentation. Rasayana is the must treatment, and you should select a particular Naimitika Rasayana in Pakshaghat. It's all about the Samprapti. If you are having a particular Samprapti of Avarnajanyam, you can go for an Avarnajanya Samprapti like Shilajatu Rasayana is the choice. And Bhargav, if it is Dhatu Kshayajanya and Balavarnakram, is the Bhargav Prokta is a choice. You go to the last fag end of the chapter, is the Bhargav Prokta is one of the choice of the practice. If it is Kevalavata Janyavadi, then 100% Lashuna Rasayana I practiced as a choice of medicine. Then apart from this, even simply using Bharatvata Chintamani is a Rasayana. That's what this is the choice of drug is the Naimitika Rasayana. Single usage of single Shamana medicine is also going to work as an Rasayana. Naimitika Rasayana.
Okay, sir. Sir, any opinion about cerebral palsy, sir? What
Yeah.
to be done with cerebral palsy?
Cerebral palsy is Kevalavata Janyavadi, and that's why most of the people will do in that cerebral palsy as a practice of Indus Veda. Little bit my teacher and my school of thought is totally different. Sweda is not going to come under the category of Brahmana. It is Apatarpana Chikista only. And why Snigdha Dravyas and Brahmana Dravyas used in the practice of, I'm telling what not to be done. Then I'll tell what to be done. Oh, Snigdha Dravya in the practice of Svedana to overcome the Vata Prakopa done by the therapy. But you want to do little bit of Apatarpana effect, but there should not be any Vata Prakopa. So my choice in cerebral palsy, Sarvanga Seka and Abhyanga with Sneha Bastis and Yapana Bastis is the choice of treatment.
Sir,
You didn't get
usually
yeah.
sir, in children we get the cerebral palsy, sir. So shall we go for Yapana Basti and all those?
Yeah, you can have after some age, after 10 years, you can have. Before that, also dose can be reduced and given. Otherwise, best to go for a Sneha Basti is a choice. My teacher made me to practice Ashtadashakanas, 18 sittings of 18 times Basti. I went, so many kids I gave continuous of 264 Bastis with Sneha Basti, and very good improvement I have seen in the cerebral palsy patients. Sneha Basti.
Sir,
In
just
between, you look for any dosha utkilesha, go for one Kshira Basti as an Shodhana. Once again, you start the, even I trained the mother itself to give Sneha Basti.
okay, sir. So one more proceeding, sir. Like which snehas to be used, sir? What
Yeah, it
for
depends on the
better results?
presentation. What patient? If the patient is having total mental retardation and only left, it may be Mahapaishachaka, Paishachaka, Naladadikaratam. Simple Mahamasha. If it's a more of spastic, Mahamasha Saindava is the best choice of the medicine. This is what I want to convey. It is all about the patient's presentation, how much it is involved in the CP.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I think last question is there from Dr. Shwetambari Raichur. Is there any relationship between obesity and stroke?
Yeah, I'm not telling any Santarpana. Obesity may not lead to the directly lead to the stroke, not like that, but there is a chance of development of risk of developing atherosclerosis because of the dyslipidemia. So many normal there are huge amount of obesity, but this the lipid profile is fine. Such patient may not have such any relations.
With this is the end of the question answer session, sir. There are no further questions. We are really grateful to you, sir. It was really a very practical session, and totally you have talked on the practical experiences of yourself. We are really thankful, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Madhu Diggavi, sir, Professor and Head of the Department, of postgraduate studies in Kai Chikitsa to President Court of Science.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste, sir. Namaste.
It was really wonderful today on the ninth series in discussion about the Pakshagata. I am very happy for Dr. Vishwanath, who has kindly accepted our invitation and has taken a lot of efforts to convey the messages on Pakshagata. I am very happy that there is Kaya Chikitsa behind Panchakarma. Before we start Panchakarma, there should be a Kaya Chikitsa. You have proved that. Because understanding the disease, understanding the avastha, and avastha bedena Vishesha Chikitsa, you have tried. You have tried for Samprapti and Chikitsa correlation. So, how to understand the Samprapti of different stages of stroke based on modern ground realities, and how to interpret the Chikitsa Siddhanta of Ardhita Pakshagata and Vatavyadi. Really, it was nice. Sir, it is the blessings of Dr. Late M. Ishwareddy sir that today is ninth day of the same disease series, but not even a single point is repeated. We have not seen anything repeated. All nine speakers have spoken in their different way, based on Shastra and based on Anubhav, based on Pratyaksha Praman. So this is actually we expected, and really I am very much pleased, contemplated that you have done a fantastic presentation. You have given lot of do's and don'ts, limitations, and a differential understanding of the Chikitsa and Shodhana. And I am very happy that you have quoted 6 or 7 bastis, and really very good message for all of us, the students, postgraduates, practitioners, undergraduates, and teaching staff. You have quoted really a beautiful way of Panchakarma's role and effects and success. You have done a fantastic justice to the title, and question answers are also very much impressive that those audience are very alert. So, on behalf of Principal Dr. Syed Attar Fatima Madam and the administration of the institute, and on behalf of the Department of PG Studies in Kai Chikitsa, from the bottom of my heart, I am very much thankful to you. You are mirror image of my senior, Dr. Niranjan Rao, and the whole institute. And I hope we will meet again and again in this Shastra Charcha Parampara. Thank you, sir. Thank you all for your
Really, I am not
wonderful
mirror image.
association.
He has blessed me some knowledge and I able to convey. I have not conveyed it or not. Any mistakes, they are from my point of view, not from my teacher, because he has given me a good knowledge and I am trying to practice in my place. And thank you very much for the organizers. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.